Hey everyone, what is up? James Baek here, and welcome back to another episode of VGC 17 back-to-back battles for you people today. I'm not with Edu today because our schedules kind of got mixed up and screwed up. So we're gonna be trying to set up sometime this weekend. So hopefully, we're gonna get a lot of videos with Edu. Don't worry, I'm gonna make sure of that, and I'm gonna make sure he joins us for more. We really enjoy recording for you people, but. Currently, we're going to see the Tapu Koko, Milotic, Raichu, Celesteela, Garchomp, and Ninetales from my opponent. Very offensive, heavy offensive team. I like my positioning here, though. Kartana can do a lot of work. Garchomp can actually do a lot of work. I do like Porygon2 Arcanine because it really is just solid against my opponent's team. Getting that Intimidate off would be huge. I guess the only thing I'd really have to worry about is like the Tapu Koko. Raichu, if it's Taunt Tapu Koko, that definitely looks like it could be a viable option. I want to bring Araquanid because it does very solid in the matchup. Porygon2 Arcanine's a very solid lead. The question is, do I want to bring Kartana or Tapu Koko? I think Tapu Koko is more solid. Just because it's able to outspeed the Kartana, it's able to hit the Celesteela, as well as the Milotic. So I feel like going the Tapu Koko in the back is the smartest play. I could have led Tapu Koko, Porygon 2, but if the Raichu Tapu Koko leads, the Shattered Psyche would be very annoying to play against, especially with Raichu offering Fake Out Encore shenanigans to the field. So we're going to see the Raichu Tapu Koko, which is exactly what I expected. I wish I had Snarl, because Snarl would be great here. But I'm just going to lead my Porygon 2 and Arcanine. It's a very safe lead. We're going to see the Electric Surge activate on the field, which means his electric type attacks will be more powered up. I guess it depends on what kind of Raichu this is. If it carries something like Stoked Spark Surfer, that could be very annoying. I hope I'm saying the Z move right, because I keep getting the words mixed up. I don't exactly have a switch into electric type moves. This is where maybe like Mudsdale would have been really handy. If I had Edu's Mudsdale, because this is something I would have loved to lead against, but I'm going to try to get the Trick Room up as quick as possible, and I guess I could roar out a potential threat, but I think I'm going to just go for damage and Flamethrower the Tapu Koko slot. Just try to put in range of maybe an Ice Beam or another Flamethrower afterward. I'll probably see a Fake Out and maybe a double up into Porygon 2. I could definitely see that as the play. I would love to click Snarl here, but I don't have Snarl access on me. We're going to see the Fake Out actually onto Raichu, so is this the Taunt coming from Tapu Koko? Life Orb the Raichu, and we are going to see the Taunt come out from Tapu Koko. So the best play would have been to Ice Beam right there, but I didn't really see a merit in going for Ice Beam. But this is definitely interesting. Life Orb Raichu means he doesn't have a Z move. I'm pretty sure Arcanine will be able to live a Life Orb Thunderbolt from the Raichu. I'm not sure if it can handle a double up, but I feel like the best play is to try to get rid of this Raichu because Raichu is the fastest thing on the field, and it can be very annoying to my team. So I'm going to go for the Ice Beam Flamethrower into the Raichu slot. As we're going to see the Thunderbolt probably into the Arcanine. Okay. Wow, we actually take that a lot better than expected. But this means the Koko didn't have Life Orb. Can I KO my Arcanine with the double up? It's actually going to go for the Porygon 2. I do not mind that. But man, Snarl would have been really fantastic right here. Flamethrower is going to go into the Raichu. We're going to get the Ice Beam off. I don't remember if we got Attack or Special Attack. We got... I don't know. But we are able to knock out the Raichu, which is good. Maybe I should target down the Tapu Koko because of the Taunt pressure. However, Raichu is just such a big threat to my team. I feel like it's better to get rid of Raichu. Life Orb Psychic threatens a lot. Encore could have been annoying because I couldn't protect my Arcanine on the chance he had Encore. Celesteela is actually going to be coming in for my opponent, which I do not mind too much. I do have my Tapu Koko in the back. And his Thunderbolt really didn't do much to my Porygon 2. Yeah, I got Attack Rise. So I'm going to just go for the Ice Beam into Tapu Koko and Protect right here. I don't care if he doubles into Porygon 2 right here, but I do feel like he'll try to get rid of the Arcanine and set maybe a Leech Seed or Substitute. I feel like that would be the most solid play for my opponent. We're going to see the Thunderbolt, and it will target down the Arcanine slot as anticipated. And the Leech Seed is going to be set up by Celesteela, so absolutely perfect. I do not mind this at all. Celesteela is not really a threat with my Tapu Koko and a Araquanid in the back that offers high offensive pressure. Able to get the damage on Tapu Koko that I probably need to put in the Flamethrower range. Ooh, he gets burned actually. That was not part of my plan because I was going to force him into a 50-50 because Taunt wears off from Porygon 2 here, And what I want to do is he either had to get rid of the Arcanine, because I'm pretty sure Flamethrower will knock out the Koko, or he had to taunt the Porygon2. And either way, I either get the knockout on top of Koko, which is great for my team, or I get the Trick Room up, and the Araquanid is able to come in if Arcanine goes down to a Thunderbolt, and then I could just Liquidation everything. So, either way, I feel like I would have been fine, but I'm just going to go for my Trick Room here since it's pretty free, and I'm going to Flamethrower the top of Koko slot. If it unfalls, it doesn't really matter to me. He still gets the 50-50. Yeah. So he's going to go for the Z move, actually. It's going to be the Electric Z move, so the top of Koko carrying his Z move instead of Raichu. Very interesting. I wonder if he's going to target down. Maybe it's the Arcanine, but I'm guessing the Porygon2. Let's see. Going to be that Gigavolt Havoc, and it will target down the Arcanine. So I am fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. Arcanine's going to go down. However, I can just Trick Room here pretty freely. Sub. Heavy Slime. Okay, so he's just going to go for damage. That's completely fine by me. As Porygon2 will be able to take that pretty well, and we'll get our Trick Room up. And now Araquanid has a very fun time against my opponent's team. Can just go for Liquidation to the top of Koko slot. I don't have to waste my Z move yet, and I can always save it for Celesteela. So I could just get a free recover, get a free Liquidation off. Even if my opponent protects, I get recovery with Porygon2. Even if he Leech Seeds the Araquanid, the damage isn't really like that big. And Heavy Slam most likely means it's not carrying Air Slash. So I'm just going to go for a recover here. It is my safest play. Go for the Liquidation. Did he have exactly switch? No, he had my Milotic. And my Milodic's not really a counter with Tapu Koko in the back. If I get rid of his Tapu Koko, I do win with my own Tapu Koko. And I always have Toxic on my Porygon too. So I could actually just Toxic the Milotic and put it on the timer. So let's see what my opponent will do. If my Milodic's in the back, which it probably will be because my Milodic does do decent against my team. We might see it switch out here right off the bat, or we might just see it protect the Scout out. But however, you are risking a Z move Hydro Vortex, and that will put the Koko in a very low range. So wondering what my opponents will do. Oh, nice. He's not going to protect Koko. That's actually great, because we get the knockout on Koko 100%. Yep. As Tapu Koko will go down. And Celesteela, well, we'll see after the recover here from the Porygon2. So we're going to heal back to 120. And Leech Seed. Okay, that's fine. Again, as long as I make sure my opponent cannot set up free substitutes, I'm good. He might not even carry substitute because his team is kind of weak to Kartana. We might see Flamethrower come out from the Celesteela. And again, Hydro Vortex is still going to do a lot to Celesteela. So let's see what this last Pokemon is. Electric Terrain is going to disappear from the battlefield. I'm really glad I brought Tapu Koko now, because Celesteela is playing this, you know, what Celesteela likes to do. It does what it does best, Leech Seed. Garchomp's actually going to come out, which is great for me, because I can go for the Ice Beam here. I'm guessing it's Garchomp. So I'll just Ice Beam the Garchomp and Liquid Hydro Vortex to Celesteela slot. I expect the Garchomp to be Scarf, so it shouldn't be able to do much. It is Hyper Offense team, and I'm pretty sure Ice Beam will just be able to pick up the knockout. And Hydro Vortex is going to threaten that Celesteela for a lot of damage, and I don't think Celesteela protects here. Nope, we're not going to see either protect. Might be AV Garchomp, but that's not really too much of a problem because Araquanid can't really, it's not really threatened right here by any attack other than maybe a Stone Edge from the Garchomp, I guess. But we should still be able to survive. We're going to get the Hydro Vortex off, and it will target down the Celesteela. This should do probably about at least 70%, maybe 80 to 90. Actually, it picks as a knockout Celesteela. Wow. The power of Araquanid is really shown right there. And we're going to get the Ice Beam off, and that should either pick up the knockout on Garchomp or just... Oh, that's AV Garchomp. Okay. That's fine. We actually see the Rock Slide be revealed, but Stone Edge was the move my opponent needed. Because we would have taken the Leech Seed, plus the Rock Slide, plus the Heavy Slam damage. So we're fine. And we were just able to knock out the Celesteela anyway. And safe play here is just to recover the Porygon2 and Liquidation the Garchomp slot. But it's AV. I mean, we pretty much win. He cannot protect to stall out Trick Room. Liquidation will just finish off the Garchomp with a Araquanid outspeeding it. So I feel like we played that game very safely. I didn't go for my best turns every turn. Of course, there was that turn 1 where he went for the fake out to Arcanine Taunt. Very safe play for my opponent, but I didn't have to make a read right there. Because if he went for fake out Taunt, right, my opponent only got the Taunt off on top of Koko and like a bit of chip damage on Arcanine. I was even able to reveal the item on the Arcanine. I could have went for the Ice Beam into Koko, but Trick Room would have benefited me more in the late game, because as you saw, the only Pokemon that my opponent had that was really slow was Celesteela, and Celesteela couldn't do damage to my opponent's team. It was healing with Leech Seed, but it was always threatened by my Tapu, Koko, and Araquanid in the back. And the rest of my team basically handled the Pokemon around Celesteela. So once I got rid of the Pokemon around Celesteela, it couldn't do much. And I always had that Hydro Vortex, which apparently picked up the knockout. I don't even know. But let's find another game. Hopefully I can make this into a 30-minute episode. I am really tired, people. I just got back from school. I have to go back to school again because of marching band extra thing. And yeah, I'm basically on like no sleep. So please bear with me if I'm making a bunch of misplays or my voice sounds tired. Because, yeah, it's been a pretty long day for me. And it's only, what, 2 p.m. I'm recording at this. It just goes up, like, later at 8 or something. I don't know. I'm just going to be really tired. All I know is that. So let's see what my next opponent will have. If we'll have a good challenge. If we have a decent team matchup. I would have liked the Mudsdale, though. Mudsdale, as people saw, my opponent had no answers to Mudsdale. But I guess if we did bring Mudsdale, we would have had to either not bring Arcanine, Tapu Koko, or Araquanid, or P2. But I think all those Pokemon worked, so I guess maybe Arcanine would have probably been the one that would have been replaced, because I would have liked Mudsdale over Arcanine most likely. But we'll see. Yeah, it's just Mudsdale. Like, it's an interesting it's an interesting Pokemon on Edu's team, but the problem is I found myself not really bringing it. It's only good against like really certain matchups, and like the last one proved it was like a really good matchup for it because Mudsdale did a lot to my opponent's team. My opponent couldn't really touch it. However, we're gonna see the team right here: a Weavile, Electivire. Okay, what does Electivire do? I hope we see it. Tapu Lele, Porygon2, Talonflame, and Garchomp. So, very offensive team for my opponent. We do see the Porygon2. I don't know why there's a random Porygon2 there. I mean, Porygon2 is a good Pokemon. It fits on a lot of teams, but I feel like it doesn't really benefit much from my opponent's team. I think Porygon2 is very safe. I think Porygon2 Kartana is actually very safe. It does a lot of damage to my opponent's team. I could also lead Porygon2 Arcanine. That could be pretty good, but I don't like not having Snarl, so Araquanid in the back. Garchomp doesn't really help me. Tapu Koko does help in the back, though, so I think I'll go Tapu Koko in the back. I like that. If Arcanine had Snarl, maybe, because it would help me against the Tapu Lele, but switching to terrains would be pretty good as well, so that's why I'm leading it. I want to lead Kartana because it helps against the Lele. I wonder what ability this Weavile, though. Weavile is a strong Pokemon. We did see it more. Basically, we saw it in 2016. Actually, we saw a lot of Weavile in 2016, and I don't remember if we saw it, like, in previous years. I'm pretty sure we saw it, like, in previous years, like 2008, 2009, 2010. I'm pretty sure we saw at least a few Weavile. But what was great about Oras was it gave Weavile the ability to use knockoff. With that knockoff boost that came from 6th gen, it just became such a good move. But apparently, it does not get a knockoff access in VGC 2017. So its potential has really dropped because of that and no knockoff. We're going to see the Tapu Lele Talonflame actually lead from my opponent. I'm kind of fine with this as game's lagging. Okay. Psychic Surge is going to activate. If this is Scarflele, he goes for the attack right now. If he just doubles up in the Kartana, I think. Man, what's my opponent doing? It's lagging a lot. I hope it's on my side, because if it's my side, I'm going to be upset. I did randomly disconnect yesterday, and I don't know why. That was like the first disconnection I had for Battle Spot. Oh, what is going on? Okay, there we go. So, the only way Tapu Lele doesn't get knocked out, since my opponent doesn't have, like, a Intimidator to stop my Kartana from knocking out, is unless he has the Fairy or Focus Sash, which they don't really carry. Gonna go for the Trick Room here, gonna go for Smart Strike. If he is Scarflele, knocks out my Kartana, that's fine. I get Araquanid, and Araquanid can do really well against my opponent's team. And Talonflame most likely is carrying Flare Blitz or Brave Bird, so he won't have access to the Gale Wings ability. Because Gale Wings did get nerfed We're gonna see Talonflame Protect, actually. Are we gonna see a double Protect? No. My opponent must have really made a hard read. We get a Smart Strike off into the Lele. Picks it to knockout, and we're gonna get a Trick Room up. I have no idea what my opponent was predicting. Maybe my opponent was expecting Kartana to switch out or Protect, and maybe like attack into Talonflame? I guess that would be reasonable. I'm still not sure because you just risked your Lele right there and it got knocked out. So I don't know how you exactly feel about that. Electivire is going to come out, which is fine. Air Boom and Electivire. Ooh. So most likely, I would assume you're going to see the Supersonic Sky Strike. Did we get special attack boost or physical attack? We got physical attack. I think it's better just to Ice Beam, get rid of this Gale Wings. And I'll just protect Kartana right here. Electivire does get access to Fire Punch. It gets some interesting movesets. Its ability is pretty cool. Motor Drive, which when hit by an electric type attack, you're going to get a +1 speed boost. As well as the fact that it gets some pretty good coverage. Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Cross Chop, Earthquake, Thunderbolt. I'm trying to think of... It gets Flamethrower, I'm pretty sure. But we'll see what it goes for here. Double Protect from Talonflame. Okay. Ice Beam into the Talonflame, so no more Gale Wings. That does more than half. It's a crit. And a freeze. Man, Porygon2 likes to freeze today. Wild Charge into Kartana. Really interesting plays my opponent is making. Oh well, I'm just going to Ice Beam the Talonflame again and Leaf Blade the Electivire. With the Beast Boost that we got, we should be able to knock out Electivire. Okay, he's going to go for the attack this turn. We're going to get the Ice Beam off, which shouldn't KO, but... Oh, yeah. Barely. So the crit really didn't matter unless he's going for the recall move. We're going to see the Wild Charge come out here. Not really much. Probably trying to break my Sash. We're going to get a Leaf Blade off into Electivire. This should pick up the knockout. Electivire doesn't really have that much great bulk as well as average speed. I don't remember what speed is. I think it's between like 70 and 90. Pretty sure it's like in the 80s somewhere. Flare Blitz going to melt the ice, get the Flare Blitz off. However, he's going to feint to recoil, so not minding this at all. Kartana's going to go down, but Kartana did what I wanted it to do. Get rid of the Lele, and it did. So Talonflame's going to go down to its recoil. It might have mattered now the crit, because I think he might be able to live the recoil. Well, depending on the item. We didn't see like an item from Talonflame. You would assume the Z move, since it's the most common. However, it could have been something like, I don't know, could have been like Life Orb, like a previous set. We're going to send out our Araquanid here. I think we're pretty fine just going for an Ice Beam to break Weavile's potential Focus Sash. And why not just go for the Hydro Vortex here? Because I actually don't know if Liquidation knocks out Weavile or brings it down to the Sash. I would assume it would knock it out. However, not going to take any chances. Get this Hydro Vortex off. This should at least put the Weavile on the Sash. If not, just KO. Maybe Weavile is carrying the Z move. Maybe it's going to be the, what is it, Black Hole Eclipse that I could have, or the Ice one. I don't know. I don't think you run the Ice one. I'm pretty sure you run the Dark one. It helps against Pokemon like a Rangaroo. So yeah, it is going to be the Focus Sash on Weavile. And we get the Ice Beam off, and that will be good game. So, nice, 2 wins. That's pretty good. Let's see. I don't know. My opponent just made some very questionable plays. And they were risky. Then again, my opponent's team really didn't have anything for like slow Trick Room, and switching in, because my opponent's team was pretty frail. If you think about the Pokemon my opponent had, Talonflame, Weavile, Electivire, and Lele. I mean, Lele is decently bulky on the special side, but physically it's not really that bulky. So. And Weavile too, I guess. Weavile has decent special defense, but those Pokemon are kind of frail. And his team was really fast, but, you know, couldn't really do much because of their poor bulk. I was just able to get a Trick Room up, and we were able to easily get him. So, yeah. Don't know what else I have to say about that. That was an interesting team. Maybe I'll try Electivire in the future. Maybe it'd be like Discharge Koko, Life Orb, Electivire. That could be pretty fun. Ooh, 1882 rated player from Japan. This should be interesting. Wait, we faced... Oh, wait, I know this person. I faced him like twice, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I faced this person twice. I'm pretty sure I faced him in the VGC back-to-back battles, and I'm pretty sure I faced him in the Patreon video I recorded after that. And I'm pretty sure we've both been using the same team, so this should be interesting. How do I want to handle this? Garchomp actually does pretty well in the matchup. Yeah. Garchomp actually does extremely well in the matchup. Alright, let's go. Porygon2 Garchomp seems pretty solid to me. I think I want Kartana in the back for the Feeny, the Porygon2, and but Tapu Koko might be more solid. But Kartana hits better against Porygon2 and Gigalith. And Araquanid in the back. This is different. I'm finally bringing Garchomp against my opponent, which is something I never really did. I actually never brought Garchomp against this opponent, so my opponent doesn't know my Garchomp set, so that could be very helpful. He also saw a Z move from my Araquanid, if I'm correct. I think I showed him in one of my battles, so maybe not expecting the Z move Garchomp, but we'll see. Garchomp Arcanine, that's fine. This is pretty good for me, actually, as we are going to lead our Porygon2 and Garchomp. I don't remember his Garchomp's item. Might have been Z move. I'm pretty sure the Arcanine was physical. Oh, I can't remember his sets. Alright, we're going to get the download boost, which is going to be the attack. Not really mattering too much. So I'm guessing that's especially defensive Arcanine. Yeah. So, I kind of just want to go for a Tectonic Rage, to be honest. Because if I get rid of Arcanine, my Kartana does really well in this matchup. So, I think I'll just Ice Beam the Garchomp and Tectonic Rage right here. The Arcanine slot. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with this. Oh, what? 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 Okay, so I think we're both... Wait, what's going on? What just happened? Okay, so Arcanine went first. I guess it's Jolly Arcanine then? No, wait, no. That's Scarf Arcanine. Oh, I never thought I would see that day. It outsped my Jolly Garchomp. We get the KO on Arcanine. What is Garchomp then? Is he, like, slow? We're going to see the Z move from my opponent. It's going to be Tectonic Rage. Oh, that's definitely KOing. That's a shame because Porygon2 actually helped me more in the matchup. Unless we survive somehow. But I'm pretty sure this is Adamant Chomp. But he's really slow. Like, he's really, really slow. Huh? Why did that do nothing? That Ice Beam did a lot, but it didn't pick up the knockout. This is Ma's Porygon2, so not the knockout. What is going on? What is going on? Someone help me. Alright, Porygon2 is going to come in. That's fine. I'm going to get the download boost, which is going to be special attack. I don't really care. My Garchomp's done its job, I think. I only really needed to get a knockout. I'm going to go for the recover right here, and I'm just going to Dragon Claw the Garchomp slot. What just happened? What just happened? Scarf Arcanine? No, it actually might have been Jolly. Oh, we speed tie. Actually, no, that makes sense. We actually hang on with Porygon2. Garchomp flinches. Porygon2 flinches. Oh, but Trick Room. Okay. What is going on? Yeah, so yeah, that was Scarf. He'll probably just Ice Beam the Porygon2 slot. I would assume that's what he does, to be honest, because he shouldn't allow me to try to get a free recover off. And I guess I'll Dragon Claw the Garchomp. I kind of want an Earthquake, but I don't feel like that's worth it. Maybe not saving Porygon2 is a fine idea, but I feel like he'll just Ice Beam that slot, to be honest. We might see Thunderbolt, though. Garchomp's going to withdraw a Gigalith? Feeny, okay. So Feeny's coming out. Okay, so our Kartana does really well if I can stall out the Trick Room. We're going to see Thunderbolt. Ooh, good play, good play, good play. That did a bit more than I thought. Ah, the double flinch is annoying. Yeah, that double flinch was annoying. Can I still win? That's the question. I think I can, but it's going to be tough. I'm going to double protect here to scout what my opponent's going to do. Probably a Moonblast and, it's probably going to be Moonblast and Thunderbolt. I see no reason in my opponent for not to make that play. T-Bolt into Araquanid and Moonblast into Garchomp. I don't remember if it was Specs or not. I think I'll sack Porygon2 here because Porygon2 does not outspeed my opponent's team. I'll go for Swords Dance. I think he was Specs Feeny, but it's not much I can do. And if I can get Swords Dance up, maybe this game is more winnable. So we'll see how this goes. Gonna get Porygon2 in here. Get the download boost, which is going to be my attack. Thunderbolt is going to go into Porygon2. Yep. And let me get my charge real quick. Because I need to charge my thing. Alright, so Moonblast is going to come out. Let's see if you're Specs or not. Yeah, that's Specs. 100%. So, the question I guess is, does he live a Leaf Blade after? Go into Kartana. Go into Araquanid. The double flinch. Like, I didn't care about the Garchomp, to be honest, but the Porygon2 being healthy would have allowed me to take on his team a lot easier. Because I wouldn't have had to risk. I wouldn't have had to risk the damage on Araquanid. Alright, how many turns of Trick Room am I left? One turn of Trick Room, okay. So I kind of just want to double protect. Yeah, I'll double protect right here. I don't remember how slow the Porygon2 is or not, but I am just going to double protect here. It's a very safe play. And we'll see what my opponent does. I think Moonblast Ice Beam to Kartana. Ice Beam. Or maybe Moonblast to Araquanid. No, it's going to be Kartana. So I could have got a Liquidation off, but I didn't want to risk him knocking out my Araquanid right there. I'm pretty sure he's Min Speed Porygon2, so I'm going to try to double up this Porygon2. Oh, I already used my Z move. Oh, no. I needed that Liquidation. Yeah, remember when I said I was tired? I wasn't kidding. Actually, no, it's still winnable. I need Leaf Blade to knock out the Feeny, which is kind of a low chance, most likely, but I needed to knock it out. Oh, no. Garchomp's coming out. Okay. I get the knockout on Garchomp at least, but this is still going to be tough. Garchomp goes down. Let's see what the Porygon does. Ice Beam or Thunderbolt? If it's Thunderbolt, I feel like I'm fine. We do outspeed the Porygon. So we get the Liquidation off. Ice Beam, okay. Kartana, please live. No. Is that special attack boost? I might have got special attack boost. That's frustrating. I'm pretty sure we lost the game. Yeah. Feeny's gonna come out. Yeah, I don't think I could have done anything. You got a special attack boost, yeah. I should have probably checked that. But Sacred Sword was most likely not KOing that Porygon2 at that range anyway. I needed Porygon2 to get the recover off. I didn't really need... I mean, the Dragon Claw would have been nice on the Garchomp, I'm not going to lie. It would have allowed me to prevent his switching, and I wouldn't have had to take the Ruskin damage. And the Tapu Fini in, as long as I was able to stall out Trick Room, I was able to easily get the KO with Leaf Blade, most likely the following turn. But, yeah, this game's not really that nice, and I hate Rock Slide Garchomp. I hate it. Stop using Rock Slide, people. It's not a good move in this format. Well, it's one of the best moves in the game. Not in this format. Not in this format. But, yeah, I needed to recover up with Porygon2 because Porygon2 kind of walled my opponent's Porygon2 plus the Specs Feeny because we would have actually been able to take the hits just fine. We could have brought in our Araquanid safely. We could have just sacked the Garchomp right there and just kept recovering up with Porygon2 and attacking with our Araquanid, getting the chip damage that we needed for Kartana to win the game. But unfortunately, that's not how it worked out. But that's Pokemon. what can you do about it? Hope everyone enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please leave a like down below. It really does show your support, as well as if you have a question or anything, comment section down below as well. You can check out the paste bin of this team down below. If you're wondering about QR codes, I haven't started doing them yet because Edu's original team at Mudsdale, and I'm still waiting to record a video to upload the Mudsdale. Well, to get the Mudsdale so I can upload the QR code. Also, if you are wondering about any future teams, I actually had a huge brainstorm during class today about cool Pokemon I can feature on the channel. So definitely look forward to my future teams as well. And if you want to check out my other side series down below as well, previous episode of VGC Vector Battles if you missed, playlist down below. Otherwise, check out my social medias up there: Twitch, Twitter, Patreon, live stream, help support the channel, and you can always check out my comments on Twitter. Otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you around in another episode.